The countryside, England's green and pleasant land, the land of milk and honey for some. So who owns the cash cow? Who is the fat cat at the end of the milky river? The supermarkets or the farmers? Where does the cash river flow? In tonight's show, we discover the positive and negative impact supermarkets have on farmers. We talked to a farmer in Dorset to see how he feels about how supermarkets are treating him.
We were converted to organic in September 1999, and at that point we were getting paid 29.5p a litre for our milk, and currently, believe it or not, we're being paid 29.5p a litre for our milk.
Remember back in September when French farmers were dumping millions of litres of milk due to a price crash? Was this such a silly idea?
Thousands of dairy farmers have already left the industry. Over the last 10 years, numbers have halved. There are just now 210 dairy producers in the east of England. Unsurprisingly, the level of milk production in this country has also been steadily declining. Over the last 5 years, it's dropped by 1 billion litres to 13 billion litres last year.
So do you know how much farmers are getting paid for their produce? Obviously, everyone wants to make a profit, from the dairy farmers to the dairies to the supermarkets.
We need to try and build up a long-term relationship with supermarkets.
Supermarkets, all they care about is for their profit and their shares.
We don't get paid a decent amount of money for what we do.
You used to get about twice as much for your beast as what you do nowadays. Some people could say that the consumer's getting a more fair price, but no, it's not, because there's only so much you can cut costs before you cut quality, and you can't really cut quality on cattle because you don't get the grade at the end of it.
When you buy your milk, do you think about what farmers actually get from it? Do you even know how much a pint of milk costs from the supermarkets? After talking to a number of farmers, we found out that the average farmer is losing out on 2.5p a litre for their milk.
I don't really know what profit farmers get for it. I think they do get some profit.
No, I think the supermarkets put a lot of pressure on the farmers to get the milk at the cheapest price they possibly can.
Do you actually know how much farmers are getting paid?
Unfortunately not. We're not given the price that we pay, but I believe they try to give everyone a correct price for their product. Obviously still making money as a business.
Probably the supermarkets, they should cut the prices so the farmers don't get such a good deal out of it as they did.
I don't think they get enough fair trade because it's, they get a very small amount of profit.
I'm not exactly sure, but I did read in the press that in September Tesco's had a protest by dairy farmers.
Big supermarkets, mainly Asda and Tesco, so that they say what price they're going to pay, so the farmers are getting much less out of it, much less profitable for them than it was 15-20 years ago.
You simply go to the supermarket and buy a carton of milk. You don't tend to think about the price.
No, I don't think I would consider thinking about the profit because I would buy it just myself.
It's 4 AM on Liberty Farm and Pete Lemmy has started his daily milking. This is just the beginning of a gruelling day's work which needs to be done 7 days a week, 365 days a year.
It's finished. Take the unit off. Disinfectant, stop any infection. And transfer the milk into the bulk tank, which is next door. And we need to be profitable in the long term. We don't need them to sort of, when there's an oversupply, for them to give us a very, very low price so that we can't carry on. And then they need to know that it takes us a long time to plan to produce more milk, and we can't just do it overnight.
Owned by our customer, and everything we do is monitored very closely, so we try to give a fair price to all our suppliers.
So can we reverse the flow of money? Is there a way of improving their livelihoods without adversely affecting the supermarkets? Or do we find ourselves at the brink of sending our farmers down the drain?